Good morning and Happy New Year from Las Vegas. It's Randy Hatada, broker for Expand Realty. And today I'd like to share with you our market report as of late December. And based on popular demand, a lot of people are still trying to navigate through today's market. And I'm here to tell you that it still is a healthy market and a seller's market for that. Some of the stats going on, and what's really interesting is that in December there were 3,181 listings, and out of that there were 3,226 closed deals. What does this mean? That means that we have no inventory. Basically 97% of our market has been sold, and the days on the market are averaging about 19 days. So things are moving very quickly. We are at a 1.1 month supply of inventory, and this is pertaining to single family residences, by the way. And again, we're looking at a 1.1 month supply of inventory. Here in Vegas, we're used to a 3-month supply, which is already low on a national basis. And we're dealing with a 1.1 supply, which is a very, very low stat. And what this means is that we have a supply problem. We've always had high demand here in Vegas, especially now with a lot of people relocating from the colder areas of the East Coast and northern United States. And a lot of people also relocating out of the larger cities, such as San Francisco, LA, New York, and other larger city populated areas. And one of the common reasons that we hear from our clientele is that 1, they're escaping the cold, 2, they're running away from high corona counts, and then 3, because a lot of the companies now have the confidence to work remotely and use technology, a lot of people are able to move to a preferred location and do business that way. And because of the low cost of living here in Vegas, no state taxes, and low cost of housing, a lot of people have been able to move here. The cost of living is 2-to-1 scale for a lot of the large cities, meaning that the cost of living is half as much as these expensive cities. And so if someone comes from, for example, San Francisco, and they're making $100,000, they can come to Las Vegas, make $50,000, and sustain the same lifestyle they've had in the past based on this cost of living equation. Or if they can maintain their $100,000 salary and move to Las Vegas, now it's kind of like they're making almost $200,000 based on the cost of living. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And then also cost of housing is 3-to-1. And so our average today for a single our median price for single family residences today is $335,000. And as you know, you can multiply that by 3 for some of these cities. And that includes Hawaii, guys. So keep in mind that not only are there people coming from the large cities and populated areas, there's a lot of people relocating from Hawaii for these same reasons. So that's kind of the synopsis going on. There are not a lot of REOs or short sales being listed. I mean, you're talking about 30 total short sales and REOs, foreclosures, out of the 3,181 listings in December. So very, very low percentage of distressed properties on today's market. As far as the condo market, there's a little more supply than the single family market. And I think the reason is that a lot of investors are buying condos, and a lot has to do with financing reasons as well. So in December, for December, there were 1,244 condominium listings, and out of that, there were 808 closings. That's 80% of these listings that have sold, averaging 27 days on the market, and your median price point being about $160,000. And just keep in mind, guys, that this includes some of the inflated listings as well. And so we're just looking at these average numbers. As far as condominiums, we're looking at a 1.5-month supply. Again, way down from our used to or traditional 3-month supply. And just like everything else, guys, this is all supply and demand. Demand is up. People are relocating. Interest rates are down, which is also increasing demand for purchasing. In fact, interest rates are in the floor at all-time lows in the 1 and 2 percentile range. So that is motivating a lot of buyers, and supply is down. So there you have it. It looks like it's going to continue this way until we get more listings. I think a lot for December particularly is that it's a holiday month as well as November. So a lot of realtors and sellers are holding off their listings, hopefully until now through February, March, which is prime time traditionally for selling. So look forward to seeing more listings. And I look forward to seeing more listings coming up February and March. I know I personally will be listing a bunch this week alone that we've been holding off for Christmas and New Year's. So that's another trend to expect. But with that, I think the demand will also increase, and buyers will be there will be more buyers back in the game, kind of offsetting what I just talked about. So if you have any more further questions, I'd be happy to answer that. I'll attach another chart or a market report for December, so you can take a look at that at your own convenience. And it separates condominiums and single-family residences by area into North, East, South, Northwest, Southwest, Henderson, and Boulder City. If you want any specific data on your specific property, let me know, because I'm happy to give you a free evaluation on your property. Or we have like tools that sends you market reports specifically for your community or your home, so you know what properties and your neighbors are listing for and what they're closing at, to give you a good understanding of what's going on with your own home. Again, don't be shy. I'm here for your questions. Randy Hatata, tuning out. Have a great day.